Elliott, who's the center fielder, Cole Campbell, who's the starting catcher, and Ben Hogue is the shortstop. So I know, Ben, let's get you on here first. I know Mike Gill was saying that he don't care if you go 0 for 20 in the World Series. He's got to have you making those plays. So do you feel like there's any pressure on you as a shortstop? I know that's a big position when you're talking about this age group to make those plays defensively and keep your team in it.
No, there's really no pressure. There's really no pressure, honestly. It's fun to just play baseball and win games, and now we're going to Arkansas.
What's that like for you guys? I mean, you got to be really excited to be going away for it's sort of a summer vacation, but also almost a working vacation because you're going down there to win a World Series championship.
It's pretty exciting that we're playing against all the best teams in the country, and we're the top 10 in the country right now.
Do you think you'll have trouble sleeping on Sunday, Monday night?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to be so excited. Mark, talk about just the feeling on the team and how excited you guys are to be able to have this opportunity.
Our team is very excited. We always talk about what we're gonna do at practice, or what we're gonna do while we're there. I think we're just really excited.
How confident were you guys that you could make it to this level? I know Mike Gill was telling me all summer, hey, Sully, man, this is a great team we got, some great ball players all over the field. Did you guys feel that same confidence?
Yes, I think we all did. We all believe that we're very top players and we can do some damage.
Was there ever a point during either states or regionals where you doubted yourself, or did you feel like, hey, even if we lose a game, we can come back the next day and win the next one?
I don't think there was no doubt. I think we just believed that we could beat every team.
Now, Cole, bringing Cole Campbell here. He's the catcher. Cole, what's that like for you being the catcher? That's a lot it's pretty demanding on your body. You're talking about 90 degrees out there for most of these days and games. Sometimes you got to play 2 games in one day. How have you handled that, and how do you keep your body in shape, from day to day? Because you get a couple nicks and bruises back there catching, and it can hurt the next day.
Yeah, when you get hit, it hurts pretty bad, but after the games, you just sit in the pool, chill out, and then you're pretty much ready for the next day.
What's your preparation like with the pitching staff? Do you guys talk about before the game, hey, this is how we're going to approach this team, or can you tell in the bullpen before the game what pitches are working for a particular pitcher?
Yeah, we'll throw a series of curveballs, fastballs, changeups, and whatever we see, I guess, is the best pitch. We try to throw that the most, and we talk about where we're going to pitch the batters and see if we can get them to roll over on outside pitches and jam them on inside pitches, then get them 0-2 on curveballs.
What's Mike Gill like as a coach?
Good. Not many mistakes.
I don't know about that. I mean,
might
be giving him too much credit.
Nah,
he's a cool guy, right?
Yeah, he hasn't made many mistakes this year. Except last night when he broke his fungo bat on the ground.
Oh, that sounds like classic Mike Gill. Why was he mad?
Nah, he swung and just hit the ground.
Mark, what's this whole summer been like for you? I mean, you're heading off to Mainland High School here in just a couple of weeks, and you're kind of trying to capture as much as you can in this summer, right?
Yeah, just very psyched to have the opportunity to do this and keep going forward.
So you're not nervous about being a freshman?
Nope. Not at all.
Think you'll get stuffed in any lockers?
No, I don't.
I guess that's not a thing anymore. It was back in the 80s. Or maybe I'm dramatizing it too much. So Ben, let's bring you back in here for just a quick minute and talk about the team a little bit. You guys are from all different towns. Did you guys know each other prior to being selected for this team?
Yeah, it's like our whole there's 7 players from the Sand Sharks are traveling on this team, and then I met a few new kids this year. But
how cool has that been, meeting some new guys that maybe you didn't play against with the Sand Sharks? And is that weird as a 13-year-old to say, okay, all of a sudden this guy's on my team? I don't even really know his name yet.
No, not really. We all just became friends. After 2 practices, we were all just really good friends.
Who's the goofiest person on the team?
Yeah, probably Nick Bozzi.
Who's like the steady one, the calm, cool, and collected? Is that Cole?
Oh yeah, Matt Noonan.
Matt Noonan?
Yeah.
That's the younger brother of Dan Noonan, right?
Yes.
Who's better, Dan or Matt?
I'm going to have to go with Dan Noonan right now.
Think he can strike you out?
Probably.
Probably. He's the Division I talent. I think he's going to Delaware, right, Cole? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
So here's a guy who's going to be a senior at Ocean City, and he brings it up there into the mid to upper 80s.
Yeah.
What typically, what do guys in your division throw, like in this age group? How fast are they throwing? What kind of pitches?
Like low 70s and
Okay.
I guess a curveball, maybe. Like maybe a changeup.
Yeah.
Mark, did you see any pitchers that were like, wow, this guy's got a changeup that I'd never really seen that kind of pitch before? Or
We saw one pitcher that threw pretty hard, probably low 80s.
Really?
Time, yeah, in States.
I faced a guy about a week and a half ago throwing about 85, struck me out twice. So I could handle that back when I was 19 or 20, but when you get up to 45, that's a little bit much. He threw about 85 with a big old hook, and I was just like, oh man, this is rough. What's it like when you face a pitcher like that? I mean, that's pretty hard thrower for your age group.
We try to get prepared before we go to bat. I mean, we always try to have a mindset of what we're gonna do when we get up there. So, gotta deal with it.
You see white, just swing, right?
Yeah.
I faced a guy in college throwing about 93, and I was like, so the first pitch came in, and I was like, I didn't even see that pitch. my next pitch, I was like, all right, if I see anything white, I'm swinging. So I mean, that's a whole different level when you start getting these hard throwers. It's how difficult is that when you get to face the better competition, Cole, and you get into regionals. All these guys are very good players.
You know what? It's actually better facing better competition. You get to play real baseball.
Right.
You get to run the bases right, and you get to see teams that are making plays. So you're actually, I guess, running right, playing real baseball, and it's not like cheesy hits. Like
Do you guys kind of relish that challenge of, hey, we know that we see this pitcher warming up, and we know he's throwing high 70s with a curveball, and you kind of have to lock in a little bit more, right, mentally?
Definitely.
We got a couple of special in-studio guests, Mark Elliott, Cole Campbell, and Ben Hogue. Am I saying that right, Ben? All right. So a couple of guys on the team, and they're talking about their summer so far. And let's talk a little bit of baseball, guys. We were just talking during the break about how young you guys are, only 13 to 14. And I remember back when I was that age, and kind of the major league players that I looked up to. So who are some of the guys that you really watch in major leagues, and who's your favorite player? Cole, what do you got?
My favorite player would probably be Chase Utley. I remember watching him from being in the Phillies, watching him every game, and just
so when you were like 6, 7, 8 years old, he was kind of your hero, right?
Yeah.
What about now? He's kind of old. You got to get a new one. Who's your new guy? Altuve?
Oh, I like Cody Bellinger.
Oh yeah.
He's got a short, nice swing. Just hits the ball over the fence.
He does, man. How about you, Mark? Who was your guy when you were like 7 years old and just starting to watch baseball on TV? Who was your hero back then?
Ryan Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still the guy for you, or he's not even playing
No,
anymore?
I like Bryce Harper now. He's
really.
Yeah, I think he's great.
Now a lot of people think he's a
He's
little.
just great.
A lot of people think he's too flashy and a little arrogant. You don't buy that?
No, I don't. I think he's just a great ball player.
He's a heck of a competitor. I mean, when you watch him play, I think he gets a little bit of a bad rap at times. Granted, he's a little bit cocky sometimes, but now when you guys watch Major League Baseball, what's your impression of it? As you're starting to get into really high level competitive baseball, do you see the talent level of these guys and be like, I couldn't make that play, but maybe in a couple of years I'll be able to make plays like that? Is that kind of how you view it?
I guess so. I mean, I think most of us on this team, we could probably do that in a couple of years if we kept working at it.
What's the biggest challenge for you guys at this age? Is it hitting? Is it fielding? What's the thing that Cole? What's the thing that you think is what most kids on the team need to work on to get to that next level? You're going to be entering high school here in a year or two, and trying to make that varsity team. What kind of things do you feel like the guys in your team really need to work on?
Definitely fielding, because you can win a game with winning 1-0 and just having great fielding. If you're not making plays, you're going to let up errors, and that's going to equal runs.
Now, how much, as a catcher, how much have you learned the past couple of years as you start playing these really high-level travel teams and Babe Ruth and that kind of thing? There's so much more going on in the game. When you're an 11-year-old catcher in Little League, all you really have to worry about is just catching the ball and throwing it back to the pitcher. But now you're, different sign combinations, throwing back behind a runner at first. But there's a lot that goes into catching as you get older, right?
Yeah, there's a lot. Even, I guess, when ground balls happen, you got to run down the line, back up the throws, got to know the situations. Pretty much just got to tell the infield the plays, what's happening, like on first and third situations. Pretty much just got to, I guess.
Does that ever kind of scramble your brain a little bit? You're trying to remember the first and third play?
It's a lot. You forget the signs sometimes.
Now, do you ever cross up your pitcher and you give down a sign and you're expecting a fastball and he throws a curveball, that kind of thing?
Happens a lot. Every time it happens, though, it goes to the backstop.
and Gil gets mad at you?
Nah, not really.
Ben, let's bring you on here for a quick minute. So when you were, same kind of question to you, when you were 6, 7 years old, who was your major league hero?
Ryan Howard by
There
far.
you go.
Ryan Howard?
Yeah.
What about now?
I like Miguel Cabrera a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who do you think's the best young player in the majors?
Mike Trout by far.
Mike Trout? Can still see some South Jersey love here for Mr. Trout. Kristen Campbell is here. She's the mom of Cole. Kristen, come on over. Let's bring you on here for just a quick minute. I want to get some information about just talk a little bit about the parents and how much is involved with just putting this whole thing together. Like Mike Gill was saying, there's so much that has to go on in a real short amount of time in terms of getting the money together to finance this kind of trip.
There has been a lot, but fortunately we have wonderful parents who've all stepped up and done more than their part, so it really, really has been quite easy.
What's it like for you as a parent to see your son and all his buddies being so successful? I mean, it's got to be just a great thrill ride for the parents in this summer. You're hoping to get to that World Series, but by the same token, okay, now we got to spend 10 days in Arkansas. There's a lot that goes into it. You got to pack all their clothes and all that stuff. So as a mom, there's probably a lot going through your mind, right?
There is a lot going through everybody's mind, but fortunately we don't have much time to think about it, so we just have to go.
Pack a couple pairs of shorts, a pair of sneakers, and a bathing suit, right?
That's probably pretty much it.
What's it like seeing these young men mature and now they're understanding that to make this kind of Babe Ruth program successful, it takes a lot of community support. So they're out there as the face of this program, trying to get donations with coin drops and that kind of thing. So do you tell these guys, hey, look, you're representing this program and now you're being seen by the community, so act in a certain way? You don't want these kids messing around outside of a Wawa or a ShopRite or something like that being knuckleheads.
No, and the great thing about all these boys is they are all really truly understand that already. They're responsible. They're very, very, very well-behaved kids.
They better
take
be.
This
they better
very
be.
seriously.
If I get any bad reports down in Arkansas, might have to tune these guys up a little bit. I can still take a few of them, although some of them are getting kind of big. I don't know.
They are, that's for sure.
What's it been like for you as a mom of Cole here, and he's now got this big group of new friends, and I'm sure for you as well, you get to know some of these other parents. It's got to be a neat experience for you, right?
It is incredible, and everybody is just wonderful, so it's been so easy and careless and just a really, really wonderful experience.
Who's the best mom on a team? Are you going to take the title for that?
No.
We won't ask you to name
That's
names.
a hard competition. There's way too many ties to even make that distinction. They really are a great group of women.
Very politically correct answer. All right, she's ready for radio. A couple of quick final comments from the boys here, as Mom is trying to keep Ben out of the donut box. Ben, is that your secret to your success? Entenmann's Donuts?
Yes.
Mark, give us a last thought here before we end the show. It's got to be just an amazing time for you guys this summer to be able to compete at this level and also take a trip down to Arkansas. What's going through your mind now as you're a couple days away from that?
Yeah, we're just going to get down there and try to do our best, try as a team to win.
Cole, what would it mean to you guys to win this championship? You've seen the other Atlantic Shore teams, and you saw I guess it was the 2015 team that won it. You know, they got the big parade in Summers Point, and how cool would that be to be a part of a team like that?
That'd be great, because like when you're younger, you're imagining winning the Little League World Series, and now you kind of got a chance to win a World Series. So it'd be awesome to win it.
Awesome. Good stuff from these guys in studio. Mark Elliott, Cole Campbell, Ben Hogue, three of the stars from the Atlantic Shore Babe Ruth 13-year-old All-Star team. They're heading down to Arkansas on Tuesday for the